Hi, I'm Tay.
And I'm Sam.
And we're Poise and Ivy. And this is Waupaca Local Live.
There's been too many miles spread between us. Now there's been too many nights left all alone. There's been too many lies left untold. Our love's waiting to die. Listen to your gut, don't you trust in fate. Yeah, I've been there before, made those mistakes, and a life half lived. Life lived in fear, you're just waiting to die. But you're too young now, don't you start giving up, because it's not over yet, you're just down on your luck. So pick your chin up, boy, spit that gravel out your mouth, because you're too young, don't you give up now. Yeah, you're too young, don't you give up now. There's been too many miles spread between us. Now there's been too many nights left all alone. There's been too many lies left untold. Our love's waiting to die. Listen to your gut, don't you trust in fate. Yeah, I've been there before, made those mistakes, and a life half lived. Life lived in fear, you're just waiting to die. But you're too young now, don't you start giving up, because it's not over yet, you're just down on your luck. So pick your chin up, girl, spit that gravel out your mouth, because you're too young, don't you give up now. Yeah, you're too young, don't you give up now. Yeah, you're too young, don't you give up now. You're just too young, don't you give up now. There's been too many miles spread between us. Now there's been too many nights left all alone. There's been too many lies left untold. Our love's waiting to die.
Thank you.
Welcome to Waupaca Local Live. I'm Marcy Boku.
And I'm Deb Gerke.
And tonight we have some really great musicians as usual, but special musicians because we have Tay and we have Sam Luna, and together they are
Poise and Ivy.
We aren't sure who's the poison and who's the ivy, but actually it's Poise
yes.
and Ivy.
That's right.
Poise and Ivy. Yeah. So welcome, you guys. So glad that you came up to Waupaca. These guys are from Ripon, right?
Yep.
Right? So let's get this show on the road. We
had Tay on the show just a couple of months ago, and that was really great.
Right.
Yeah. And Tay, you just released a brand new album. You've been touring around, right?
So the last time that I was here, I think I was just releasing one song off of that album before I released the whole thing, and now it's out on streaming and download platforms.
Does that feel so amazing?
Yes, it's a huge relief.
Didn't you have didn't you release it like on New Year's Eve or something like that?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yes.
Yeah. And you had a big gig for it, and now you guys have been touring, and so that's your album is just you, Tay, correct?
Correct. Well, it's me and a lot of other collaborative musicians as well. It's like full band style stuff.
Okay. And this is a side gig.
Let's
Poise and
hear how
Ivy.
this whole, I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe it's going to be just as prominent, right? Let's hear how Poise and Ivy came to be. I know you're like, well, there's not a lot of big story there, but give us the short story and just what that process was like, because you both are solo artists in your own right. You both. Sam, you've been doing music for lots of years.
14 years.
Yeah, traveling all over, right, as a solo artist, and also have done some other duo acts in the past, right? So I want to hear the story of how this started and how, like, was it immediately like, yeah, let's do this?
No, I think we fought against actually doing a duet project. You know, I was focusing on a project that started in Ripon that took me there the highest, and I really just appreciated her work, you know, and wanted to be able to help promote that however possible. And we sat down and we were just hanging out and singing some songs together, and she recorded one of them on the sly and played it back, and I was like, oh man, I think we might have to sing more. It just felt too good to not do it, you know?
That's awesome.
Why were you in avoidance?
I was taking a break from music and also had just done a duet project, so I didn't want it to be like, oh, there's another duet project.
Sam's
You know?
duet
Yeah, exactly.
project.
Exactly. So, so yeah, I think didn't want, I don't know, but I guess I was focusing too much on what other people thought instead of what I actually wanted to do. So when I started focusing on that, I started feeling a lot better to play music again.
Yay.
You said you took a break from music and you have another thing that you're working on. You want to talk just a little bit about the heist?
Yeah, it's moved to Ripon about a year and a half ago. I was brought out there. There's a really great winery, Vines and Rushes, out there, and the coffee roaster in town at Muggs Coffee Roasters. They both really helped to bring me into the area, and there is a building that's there, a bank that was built in 1930. Really historic town, you know. Helped start the Republican Party, but the Republican Party that abolished slavery. So that's the
other.
Yeah. Like it's like the it's their old stuff, you know. Like they hear about bands, and their old stuff was good. Yeah, their old stuff was pretty cool too. So there's just a lot of history there, and the building, it was turned over in the 90s to be a restaurant. So there's a kitchen and 2 bars on 3 different levels, and thought that it was a good opportunity to be able to open it up as an event space so the community could be able to use it. And we're focusing really on using it for the arts.
Wow.
Tay was able to record her album there. We're working on our stuff together in there, and opening it up for artists to be able to come in and use the space to record.
So you have a recording studio in there?
Correct, yeah.
What's the name of your recording studio?
So there's different, it's mobile recording. Right now
Okay.
we have enough to be able to, we're doing some projects, just myself basically recording like the stuff that we're doing. But I have a good friend, Aaron Dusterheft, out of Appleton, and he has Secondhand Studios. And there was Coria Kraus who came in and engineered her stuff. So, I mean, the space is open, it's beautiful, it's
so beautiful.
there's like a natural reverb in the room that you can't get in any plug-in, and a bunch of different rooms to be able to capture different sounds. So I want to open it up for people to be able to come in, and you can bring in an engineer if you'd like, but we'll gradually get more and more equipment.
That's awesome. And so you moved to Ripon as well, and you got involved in the heist as well?
Yeah.
That's what you told us at the after show last December.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like in the beginning phases, at least for where I'm at, to kind of like help different artists from different points of their career and go through their songwriting with them and, you know, teach them at least what I know. And yeah, basically like everything that I've gathered, good and bad, be able to provide that to other growing musicians as well.
So for example, you have a young woman that you've been working with and you took her on tour with you. I mean, that's like I don't know. That's 100%
It's phenomenal.
mentorship, which is really, really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all benefited from it. It's good to be able to remind myself of, just how much value even being able to play out is. That's huge. And not everybody gets to do that. And it felt good because I knew that she benefited from that a ton.
Mackenzie Alicia, that's her name.
Yeah, what is her name?
Mackenzie Alicia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might hear from her in the future on our show.
Yeah, we hope so.
If she's listening,
great.
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
I'll call you in a minute.
Get in touch. We've already got that in the works, right,
Yeah.
Tay? You're going to hook us up.
That's really great.
Yeah.
So you guys, what was the name of the first song that you guys did?
Too Many Miles.
Too Many Miles. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And that's an original Poise and Ivy song?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the gravel bit.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we're probably ready for another song. What do you think, Deb?
Yeah, I think so. You want to
All right.
lead us into the song a little bit?
Cool, yeah.
What's
Which
it
one
about?
do you want to do?
Crying eyes.
Crying Eyes?
Aw.
Crying
Pretty
Eyes.
self-explanatory, I guess.
All right. Let's have a
Gonna
hand
take us
for
on a little
Poise-
journey.
Poise and Ivy, everybody.
How am I supposed to feel under conflict and over concealed? These pictures I carry around, unable to heal, unable to feel. But your crying eyes keep crying out to mine. Your crying eyes keep crying out to mine. Can you teach me how to love you? Can you teach me how to love you? Can you teach me how? Teach me now. Teach me how. Teach me now. Teach me how to love you. Can you teach me how to love you? Can you teach me how? And then rebuild me when I crumble from the quakes. Rebuild me when I crumble from the quakes. How am I supposed to feel under conflict and over concealed? These pictures I carry around, unable to heal, unable to feel. Your crying eyes keep crying out to mine. Your crying eyes keep crying out to mine. Teach me how to love you. Can you teach me how to love you? Can you teach me how? Teach me now. Teach me how. Teach me now. Teach me how to love you. Can you teach me how to love you? Can you teach me how? And then rebuild me when I crumble from the quakes. Rebuild me when I crumble from the quakes. Your crying eyes keep crying out to mine. Rebuild me when I crumble from the quakes. Your crying eyes keep crying out to mine. Rebuild me when I crumble from the quakes. Can you teach me how to love you? Can you teach me how to love you? Can you teach me how? Teach me now. Teach me how. Teach me now. Teach me how to love you. Can you teach me how to love you? Can you teach me how?
We are in the studio with Poise and Ivy. That's right, you heard it correctly, Poise and Ivy, not that other thing that makes us all itchy. This is actually a really good thing and a beautiful thing. It is so great to have both of you here with us. Super exciting because we've had Tay on the show, but now to have both of you here. Sam, I had the pleasure of meeting you shortly after Tay's show. We came down to the Heist in Ripon, and I just got completely excited about everything that you guys are creating together and for your community, and hopefully for the grander community. We're hoping that that just like bleeds right through on over to Waupaca. We're excited about what's to come. We are. Yeah. That's right. We are all one community. Yes, we are. Well, that word unity is in there.
I just want to break in there abruptly and awkwardly because
go for it, Marcy.
We did have some questions from our audience, actually, for you guys, and basically people want to know where you came from musically. Both of you as individuals, not together. We kind of heard the together story. Yeah. But if you can just kind of...
I bet there's more to that together story, but we can do this.
Yeah,
Go
maybe
ahead.
we can revisit that. Yeah. But so you've both been playing music for a long time. So Tay, I think you might have told us in December, but just refresh our memory when you started playing music and writing songs.
Yeah, I started kind of diving into it around the age of like 12 or 13. But really getting into like a solo, original artist and like writing my own stuff probably around like 14 or 15, like figuring out how to be myself.
Okay, and guitar. You're not playing tonight, but your main instrument is guitar?
Yeah, and I've also been picking up the piano again.
Good.
That's kind of heavy, Tay.
You know anybody to teach?
You've been picking it up?
Yeah.
I don't know, somebody. You got a trade of some sort?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And what about you, Sam?
I started late. I always loved music. Family, like music is just a huge part of our family. Everywhere we went, music was on. And I think I loved it too much, so I didn't want to mess it up. So I stayed away from it, you know. And I was running an open mic in Kenosha, and I was trying to get people to come and just break out of their barriers and do something that scared them, you know. So it wasn't about coming up and doing a song. It was like if you want to come up and read a passage from a book, or just talk about your day, just stand in front of people and just start the conversation, break away from what you're afraid of. And people, it was really nice. People were doing some really special things, and it was a great opportunity for the community to come together and share. And I realized that I was asking them to do something that I didn't do myself, and so he left a guitar at my house, and so I wrote a song, and shared it that next week, and then I left my job, and I was like, I'm gonna do music and art. I just started painting, and I figured I'd do it for a couple weeks, and I reached out. I'd written one song, and I reached out to another bar owner, asked him if he would hire me, and he asked if I could fill 3 hours, and I said sure.
It's been a long song.
Yeah, exactly. It was actually a saxophone player that plays on her record as well. I heard the day of the show. By that time, I knew like 4 chords. I'd written like maybe 3 songs in the time in between, and I had some poems, so I was just gonna just repeat, you know. And
It's awful brave of you.
yeah, exactly. And I didn't want to do covers just because, like, I don't know, I respected the songs as they were, so I was like, wanted to force myself to try and write originals from the very beginning. And so I heard somebody playing saxophone in downtown Kenosha, and I walked around until I found him. I asked him if he'd play with me, and he saved me. So if it wasn't for Rogers Randall Jr., I wouldn't be playing music now. So we just ad-libbed.
Props.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a hilarious story. That is not the usual musician story. I took piano lessons and da-da-da. That is the most unusual one I think
jumped
I've
off
ever
of a
heard.
cliff.
And it actually
This is
kind
a
of
true original right here.
Yeah, it ties back into what you were talking about with community. I
Yes.
mean, your first and foremost thing is to take care of the people around you and get them to bust out of their barriers. That's awesome.
And I feel like the only reason why I really do music or art is for that, is because I think that I've met so many talented people along the way, like people like Mackenzie, who was just playing music in her apartment and wasn't sharing it. And so I figure sometimes people will get up there and like they'll play or they hear somebody play and be like, oh, I can never do that. That's like the thing that I want to break people from. I want to play something that makes people think, I could do that. You know, like I want to paint something that makes you feel that. I want to I hope to inspire people to just share their art. You know,
That's really
what it's there
cool.
for.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So when you guys come together and write music together, are you doing collaborative music writing, or how's that working?
We're just beginning to do more collaborative stuff, like, you know, where we both write on a song. We have, well, I've been writing one for Poise and Ivy on the keys, which we've never really tried out before. We've also had one where we kind of like, he wrote part of the song, then I wrote part of the song. But a majority of them right now that we're playing out, and also every song tonight, he wrote the words for.
Okay.
And what did you tell me earlier a little bit, Tay? I'd love for you to share that with the broader audience. Because the last song that you did is very emotional. It's there's a vulnerability to the story in the songs. And what is that like to share that experience, being that Sam wrote the story and you're sharing that experience?
Yeah, so Sam wrote these songs all within kind of the realm of like the last year. And it's been cool to be like a part of that story and then be able to sing the words that he writes, because it's like I can relate to it in my own separate ways, but I also like have a pretty good idea of like where he's at when he's writing these songs. So I see him every day.
Yeah.
That's a unique way of writing music. It's interesting to hear how people do that.
Yeah.
So what about, Deb?
I have another question. I'm curious because I know you do paint, and I've seen some of your paintings too. So cool. Have you fused the two together? Have you ever painted and done live music at the same time, or does a song come through while you're painting?
Yeah, I think, well, anytime I'm painting, there's music on. I think it definitely influences what's going on. I think from the very beginning, I started both at the same time, and so it kind of helps whenever I can't write, I can paint, or sometimes I'll paint for a while and then pick up the guitar and then go back to the painting. And I think that like one thing that I really like to incorporate in our shows as they grow is, like I said, the whole focus was we play music because it's fun and we enjoy doing it. But I really enjoy her stuff solo, you know? And so like being able to go and as we go on tour more, set up where I'm doing live art, because I move fast. I move fast when I paint, and so,
I can imagine that. I've like envisioned that. I'm like, that'd be so great. I can see you like just creating in the moment with your music.
Bopping around with
It'd
music,
be amazing.
We should have had that set up for tonight.
I know. Let's do it. Let's do it next time.
Yeah,
Seriously, that would be so
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, what's your next song going to be?
Younger years?
Sure. Or do you want to do ups and downs, and we can end on the? Do you want to make them cry at the end, or?
Everybody quiet. They're deliberating. Let's
Yeah, we should probably do a happy one and leave them all to cry at the end.
Okay, cool.
Okay, all right. Well, let's have another hand for Poise and Ivy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All these ups and these downs, they got my head spinning round and round. How to navigate or make sense of it all? Or were we ever meant to make any sense at all? Well, are we animals, babe? Just waiting for the crumbs to fall? Are we angels that made the wrong decision to crawl? Or are we anything? Are we anything at all? Or are we anything? Are we anything at all? Well, is it love or lust? 'Cause it's your fingers that I can't escape. Are we lovers or friends? Just actors waiting for the call? Are we anything? Are we anything at all? Yeah, are we anything? Are we anything at all? 'Cause all these ups and these downs, they got my head spinning round and round. How to navigate or make sense of it all? Or were we ever meant to make any sense at all?
It has been such a treat to have Poise and Ivy in the studio with us. Oh my gosh, we're having so much fun. Their songs are amazing. Lyric stories of love.
Yeah, that last one was kind of interesting, guys. You got to figure this out if you're going to be together.
Yeah, right.
I think they
That was
figured
at the
it
beginning,
out.
yeah.
Oh, see, that was from the beginning.
It's all part of the story.
Right.
Yeah.
And the songs that are coming, like that's what's going to happen. It's nice that you're allowing your relationship to be an open book for us all to just follow along with. It's very nice. Okay, so before we start this lovely little part of the show that everyone's come to adore so much, tell us where we can find you guys.
Yes.
So we know you're at the Heist in Ripon, and that's only an hour from Waupaca. So check out, what's the Facebook?
It's Ripon Heist. You can find it at
Right.
Ripon Heist on anything, and then
Okay.
riponheist.com.
And your music is on all the platforms, right?
Yeah.
You got the album.
Yeah,
What's the name of your album,
individually.
Tay?
My album name is called What Love Is. Right now, I'm actually putting together the Poise and Ivy website, so
Oh,
that'll
good.
be released.
We were
shortly.
looking for it.
Yeah, we couldn't find it. That's why.
Neither could we.
All right, so
But that's because this is still really new.
Yeah.
And you've been busy being out on tour, promoting your album, so we'll cut you some slack, right?
yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we're gonna play our game. We don't really have a name for it, do we?
I mean, we used to, but whatever. It's
Musician
just
Madness is what we were calling it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's
All
just
right.
that.
So we're just gonna go fast pace. We're gonna say something, and you're gonna tell us the answer. Okay?
At the same time?
No, we're gonna
Ooh.
go back and forth.
No, that
Well,
would be
no, that would be like
fun.
the newlywed game.
I
No,
thought
no, no.
that
No,
would be
let's not do
fun.
that because
No,
that.
let's do that.
You want to try it for the first one? Okay, let's try it for the first one. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay, ready? Together. Texting or talking?
Talking.
Okay.
I like this. Let's do it.
Okay, all right. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
This could make or break their relationship. I don't want to be responsible.
We're not responsible, Marcy. We're just flowing in
The
a
first and
river.
last show of Poison Ivy.
They're two
Okay.
for two. It's good. This is
Okay.
good. Veggie or pepperoni?
Oh, man, it depends on
Both.
the
Good
day.
answer. All right. Let's just do either ors, okay?
Okay, go.
Vinyl or digital?
Wait, what?
Vinyl or
Oh,
digital?
vinyl, yeah.
This happens with
yeah.
young ones, remember?
What?
They're like vinyl. They're
They're
thinking
like
I
furniture.
just said
Of course,
vital.
vinyl.
I was like, vital?
Oh no, vinyl. Vinyl or digital. Okay, truth or fiction?
Truth.
What do you mean? Of course, truth. I would have chosen fiction. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, half full or half empty?
Oh,
Half full or half empty?
Half full.
That's really a weird one, isn't it? Okay.
No, that's a good one, and you both answered correctly.
Okay.
Very good. There's no right or wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's no right or wrong.
You told me there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Star Wars or Princess Bride?
I don't know.
She hasn't seen Star
Neither.
Wars.
I don't know.
That was like, that was,
Me neither.
this is, all right. Thank you very much.
All right, I haven't either. All right, so, all right, I'm not her side on that one,
Inconceivable.
Sam.
Okay. I have to ask though, have you both seen Princess Bride?
No.
Okay.
Good.
We're gonna have to
I have.
we'll have a
I'm
movie
sheltered.
weekend.
No
You're
more rhymes
sheltered.
now. I mean it.
Okay.
No.
Here you go.
Okay, dreamer or doer?
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
both.
Both. Dream
Good
it and then do
answer.
it.
I like that answer.
We're still on the
Okay.
same page, except for that whole Star Wars bit. Impulsive or methodical?
Yeah, both.
That's pretty.
Okay, climb a mountain or jump from a plane?
I'll climb a mountain.
Only going up.
Truth or dare?
Ooh, I'll take a good dare. I'll take a good dare.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a little hesitation, right?
Desert or rainforest?
I love both for different reasons. Yeah.
Wait.
I grew up in a desert.
Rainforest.
I'll rephrase it. Dessert or rainforest?
That we were playing
just
Truth or
did.
Dare.
I like hanging out with these two. Mountains or ocean?
Mountains.
Mountains that lead into the ocean. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Milk
Milk
chocolate.
chocolate.
Milk chocolate.
Milk, really?
Milk chocolate.
Did you
yeah.
both say milk?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Usually
Okay.
people say dark. Okay.
And we're going to throw this in and see if the guys in the studio are paying attention. Swiss or cheddar?
Swiss.
Cheddar.
Oh.
Did I just lose?
Charcuterie board. With
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you guys did great. I can't believe it. Almost all of them are same answers. All right, I think we got to get one more song out of these guys. What do you guys say? Yes? All right. One more song for Poise and Ivy. Woo!
Those younger years, scribbling lines between lines where the whiskey tasted like tea, and the hardest thing was just to fall asleep. And I never met a challenge I didn't want to meet. My fist clenched tight, flung against his cheek. Yeah, I'm begging for a little bit of change out here on the street. But I'm burning down bridges faster than I can build them, oh, can't you see? And I'm sinking down faster than my arms can swim, I'm underneath. I've grown tired of throwing my heart away. Well, it's safest right where it belongs, back here with me. Won't you please return what belongs to me? 'Cause I'm burning down bridges faster than I can build them, oh, can't you see? And I'm sinking down faster than my arms can swim, I'm underneath. I've grown tired of throwing my heart away. Well, it's safest right where it belongs, back here with me. Won't you please return what belongs to me? I'm burning down bridges faster than I can build them, oh, can't you see? And I'm sinking down faster than my arms can swim, I'm underneath. I've grown tired of throwing my heart away. Well, it's safest right where it belongs, back here with me. Won't you please return what belongs to me? Those younger years, scribbling lines between lines where the whiskey tasted like tea, and the hardest thing was just to fall asleep.